Morning guys, and welcome back everybody. Hope you're well. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my God. Glorious light, although it's freezing. I've got a lovely little day ahead. I've come to a place on the Jurassic Coast. I'm going to sit down on the cliffs and I'm just going to sit and watch, and hopefully we're going to see some seabird action and peregrine action. So I've got the flask, I've got my gloves. It's about 3 degrees and plus the wind chill probably takes it around 1 or freezing. But couldn't miss up a day like today. So let's go. Oh, have a look at this, guys. The wintering flower is always, well, not even wintering flower, an all year round flowering common gorse. Look at that. These gorse bushes are just amazing. I mean, in summer, there are places you can go, and if you've had low temps and a bit of moisture in the air overnight, so in the morning the dew's settled, you can go along corridors of this gorse bush, and it's just adorned with the most amazing spiders' webs, just like Christmas decorations. Thousands and thousands and thousands of them, and with the dew clinging onto them, as soon as the sun comes up, they just start twinkling like jewels. It's amazing. There's a place over at Arn, RSPB Reserve at Arn, and there's a path that leads through a corridor of them, and I'm always blown away in the summer if it's been a chilly night, a temperature drop, and there's dew on the ground. Both sides of this kind of almost an avenue of gorse bushes, just festooned with all these twinkling webs, nursery web spider webs and orb weavers and all sorts. It's amazing. Anyway, it's just nice to see. Look at it, how it just stands out. And this is the middle of winter. Beautiful flowers. Stunning to see. So just ahead of us here, guys, we've got Dilston Head, Dilston Lighthouse, and we're just going to go down here and then go down along here a little bit and sit on the cliff edge. Oh man, what a glorious day. So this is a really good spot for peregrines and kestrels. Many times I've been here and photographed them. There was one year when we had there was a couple of breeding pairs, I think, but there was four chicks for one pair, or three maybe, I'm not sure, but at one point I had 5 peregrines up and down to photograph from. So yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, it's the ideal place for them to nest with, and then obviously out of breeding season it's lots and lots of perches and places for them to rest and scan for small birds, because on top of all these cliffs as well there's lots of gorse bushes and other small clumps of bushes which hide lots of songbirds and small passerines, and then obviously you've got the waders and other kind of target prey for them all along the water's edge and the cliffs, and yeah, so there's an abundance of food for them. It's a perfect habitat. They can sit on the cliffs and, you know, gaze down and then just drop themselves off onto their next meal. It's an absolutely fantastic place for astrophotography as well here. It's a dark sky area, very little light pollution. Obviously you've got the lighthouse, and a bit further along there's like a huge stone globe, which is also a good foreground subject for astro. And obviously we're south facing, so you know you get the Milky Way during the season coming up almost straight ahead. And I'd imagine seascapes and landscape photographers wouldn't turn their nose up at this place either. So all in all, pretty cool. And then if you've had a full day's photography, just a bit further along, just past, if you go further along here, past the lighthouse, you can go up to Dilston Castle, and in there's a really nice cafe you can sit in or sit outside, again with great views. So, I mean, what more can you want? So this is part of the southwest coast path that stretches from the mouth of Poole Harbour over there, more easterly. It's probably about, I don't know, 5 miles that way, and then this southwest coast path, and the southwest coast path goes, and it's a few hundred mile, I think, all the way around to either North Devon or even in Somerset, I'm not sure, but this is the Jurassic Coast. So the Jurassic Coast goes from Poole Harbour for another 96 miles to the west. See, lots and lots of passerines in all of these small bushes and this scrubland. Plenty of food for the peregrine. And in summer, all of these grasses are lush, just insects galore. So it's an absolute perfect place for hobbies and kestrel as well. Get lots of the large green bush crickets along here as well, which is a favourite of the kestrel's diet. But as you'd imagine, in summer this place is really busy, so be prepared for people. But at the moment, in the middle of winter, it's nice and quiet. You've only seen 2 people today so far. I was trying to find where my little seating area is on the cliff. It's quite treacherous, this mud. Let's see. I don't think it's here. All of these little posts here, they're all for the rock climbers, and they're dotted all along the stretch. And they just attach the ropes to them and do what they do. But this is a great spot. Oh, just look at that. Right, so let's get set up, sit down, get a coffee. Oh, and then just enjoy the atmosphere and this glorious light, and wait for the birds. Rock pipit. lovely. There's loads of them around. Again, peregrines love them. There's a peregrine right here. Oh, right, it's just perched on this cliff here. Let me get the camera. Ooh, just bear with me. I'll try and balance you on my knees. Oh, beautiful. Right, let's see if we can get it in a frame for you. It's hard to see with this light. Oh, where is it? Just there. Right. You see it on that screen? Probably can't, can you? Oh, it's taking off. Ah, got to put it down. I've lost it, but look, there's feathers that are just coming up from the other side of the cliff. And I wonder if it's caught something and it started to pluck the feathers. Do you get me? They just came kind of up, floating up. So I wonder if it's when it took off from there and just flew down, and I had a look along here and I didn't see it fly out. So I wonder if it saw something down there, caught it, and is dispatching it. And that's where those feathers came from. That's all I can think of. Oh, how amazing. How absolutely amazing that is, if that's the case. Right, I can see one. Right along there, perched on top of a cliff as well. I don't know if it's the same one. It doesn't look like it's got anything in its talons. Not through the binoculars anyway. It's certainly not feeding. So I'll get the camera and zoom in and have a look. Yeah, it's got no catch. It was quite a distance and there's a lot of heat haze already. It's really warm now you're out of that wind, so there's a lot of heat haze. But it's perched right at the top, right on a ledge that's kind of sticking out slightly. It's just got a wonderful view all along and down to the water for anything that is unfortunate enough to proceed unawares. I've got to say, guys, this is bliss for me. Peregrine is probably my favourite bird, along with the kingfisher. And just sitting here, you're kind of away from any distractions on this cliffside. I mean, the sun is a bit of an issue regarding the heat haze and overexposure, but we can compensate for that, but not the heat haze. But if we take that out of the equation, this is a pretty perfect setup for me. No crowds. A known habitat for target species that you want to photograph or even just see. Potential for other wildlife. Yeah, it doesn't get much better, to be honest. As I've said in some of the previous videos, just let me get this rock pipit. Beautiful. As I was saying, what was I saying? Yeah, just a perfect place. With a flask of coffee also. Out of the wind. Quite often you can come here and you get the southerlies and the wind is battering you. But now we're kind of just hidden in this, off the edge. The northerlies that were quite gusty up there, not affecting me, so it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. That's what I was saying. Yeah, on some of the other videos that you may have watched, previous videos on the channel, just talking about the peregrines and how they're a bit of a success story. Certainly down here in Dorset, you know, they're quite happy in an urban habitat now, as well as, you know, in their more natural spaces or historical natural spaces. So it seems to be a real success story with the peregrines, which is just fantastic, because they are the most incredible bird, really. If you've seen one with your own eyes, tucked down into a stoop, your eyes are tracking the bird, and then they get into a stoop and your eyes are struggling to keep up. You're like, what the hell, where's it gone? It's so impressive. Utterly magnificent. And the way that they often catch their prey is a thing of real beauty and genius. They'll fly, gain altitude above prey, and they'll fly down onto the prey at high speed in the stoop. And one of their main tactics to take the bird down is not just to grab it with their talons, because that can be fraught with all sorts of, but they bomb down and hit the wing and try to damage a wing of the flying bird, and the bird tumbles to the ground, and the peregrine just then swoops down and lands on it and dispatches it. It's a real tour de force, that bird. Evolution is mind-blowing. So yeah, lots to love about the peregrines. It's still just perched up over there. I'm going to keep my eye on it and hopefully get some flight shots. Now, I don't know about you, but one of the other things I constantly do when I'm by the coast is always looking out that great expanse of water, hoping to see dolphins or any kind of whale or shark or seals. I've seen seals a few times, but I know there have been sightings recently of all of those things. Not necessarily here, but within the vicinity of the south coast and around Cornwall. So you never know, do you? We've seen dolphins and porpoises around Poole Harbour a number of times, and I know they've been sighted here over the years. So it's just been in the right place at the right time, I guess. But you've always got to keep an eye out, otherwise you're not going to see them. But still, no luck yet. And the Peregrines gone as well, from over there. Snuck off, never saw it take off. So I don't know where it's gone. Right guys, there's another peregrine over there, not far from where it was perched before. Again, I don't really know if it's one of the other two that we've seen. She's perched on the rock, having a bit of a sunbathe. But it's a beautiful thing today. There's so many rock pipits around. Absolutely lovely. And the thing about the rock pipits, when they fly in, they always announce their arrival. Now, whether they do that just on somewhere where there are no humans, I'm not sure. But whenever they fly into here and land here, or land down there, looking for invertebrates, as soon as they fly in, they just announce themselves with a beautiful tweet, 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 tweet. And there's so many of them around. So there's obviously plenty of food for them around here. And one of the other things that's happened in the meantime, I was joined, somebody walked down this path, and I thought, oh no, the piece has been broken. But he's actually a rock climber, and he's gone down here. He's on his own. He's gone down there. So yeah, good on him. He said he's just going to make the most of today, which I don't blame him, because it is glorious. I think what I'm going to do now is have a little walk east along the coast and just have a leisurely saunter along the coast. Let's see if we can see any bird action anywhere, and slowly make our way back to the van, I think, because it's been a glorious morning. Got a couple of in-flight shots of the peregrine. Came back in two. Just didn't have time to pick you up, but yes, glorious to see them. So I'll share all those images with you. Yeah, I'm going to pack up and have a little walk now. So this is Anvil Point Lighthouse, Dorset. These are old caves from used to quarry the stone out. All abandoned now and out of bounds. Well, we've seen some peregrines, we've got some shots, we've seen some amazing rock pipits, and we've had the most glorious weather. So, I think that's it for today, guys. Gonna call it a day for today. Okay guys, that's it. End of the video. I just want to say thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Perfect. What a perfect morning. A few hours sat on the cliff watching peregrine and rock pipits. Oh yeah, fantastic. Don't forget, like the video, really appreciate it. Subscribe, doesn't cost you anything, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers guys.